Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of the Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons linked game. Last episode, Maverick explored the sunken city and he did a bunch of secret trading. He went back to Labrina, gave some people secrets there, got some power upgrades, and then returned with their secrets back to Holodrum here and powered himself up. So that's why Maverick is wielding the level 2 sword, where in a linked game, you won't be able to get the level 2 sword until right before Dungeon 6. I saved the game right here outside of Marty's house, because this is a pivotal point that will determine what Marty grows up into. So Marty's going to ask a question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And then his mother's going to ask a question, what kind of kid we were. And there's 3 answers for this one. You can say that you were energetic, you can say that you were quiet, or you can say that you were weird. I'm saying right here that the egg came first, and that I was a weird kid, which I guess is, more realistic to how I grew up. So, you want to see what that makes him grow up into? Well, stay until the end of the episode where I'll show you what all the different choices yield. Now, the only one that I can't get, based on the way that I raised Marty so far, is the Arborist, which is, he'll give you a Gasha seed. But we'll see what the Arborist looks like when I play with Data and do the linked game with him. But the Arborist is the only choice that basically the growth is ended right there. If he becomes Arborist like his father, he'll just give you a Gasha seed. The other 3 options that he can grow up into, that I'll show off at the end of the episode, later on there'll be, he'll ask a question, and depending on how you answer that question will change a little bit of things, how he interacts with you in the future. So I'm going up here to mainly get a heart piece, but also to uncover that soft soil. And that is the entrance to level 5, but we can't get in there yet. We need to be able to get the power of Autumn to be able to pick those mushrooms. But right now we're just going to change it to summer. Remember, summer lets things dry up. So that dries up this little lake here. And we'll see this rock here. And underneath this rock is a cave where we can get another heart piece. It's convenient that we have it summer here, because once we leave this cave with the heart piece, we start heading back. Beyond the holes that we had to jump over to get to this area, if you go to the west there's another one of those jewels that we need to get into level 6, the Tarn Runes. That and the Pyramid Jewel are the only jewels that are in different locations in a linked game. In the non-linked game, this cave that I'm going to be visiting is going to have rupees, but in a linked game it's going to have the square jewel. And then the other jewel is shifted in a linked game is the Pyramid Jewel, which we got in the last episode. Vire moved it. And let's just get out of here. Alright, and let's go get that second jewel. The other 2 jewels are in the same place, linked game or non-linked game. One is with the old man to the southwest of level 1. We talked with him the other episode. He said basically he wants to talk with someone who knows a lot of essences. So you have to talk with him after you defeat the 5th dungeon, which you just saw the entrance to not too long ago. And then the other jewel is south of the Hero's Cave. There's that one torch, and once you get a slingshot to light that torch, that'll open a bridge that allows us to fight this one monster, this war monster, and he drops the last jewel. So let's warp back now to the sunken city, and we're going to put to use that shortcut that the Master Diver gave us. That'll take us to Mount Coco. We're going to find a new entrance to Subrosia. which means another power to be added to the Rod of Seasons. Just swing through there. Some cheeps. And then we will surface up on Mount Kuko. To the west is the Goron Mountain. I'm gonna go there eventually. There's a key to level 4 there, but you can't reach that key on your own. We need the help of an animal companion. In this case, we're gonna need the help of Moosh. And Moosh is just over to the east. We're gonna see he has a problem though. There he is. Sniff, sniff. There's a spring banana tree up there. But until the rock flowers bloom in spring, I can't climb up to it. Can nothing be done? So that's your little clue that you're about to get the power of spring for the Rod of Seasons. We're going to get that by going to Subrosia there. If we just jump down the cliff there, we fall into Subrosia. I'm just going to go down this cliff here first. It's only accessible if it's the winter time, because the snow piles up. To the north to the screen above, before we jump down, we saw there was a little keyhole. That's the keyhole, the key entrance to level 4. Like I said, we gotta get the key first. To get the key though, we need to help Moosh, because Moosh is the only one who can reach the key over on Mount Goron. But first, to help Moosh, we need to reach the spring banana. So we need to be able to turn the season into spring. So we head down to Subrosia. As soon as we jump this little gap, these two Subrosians come and they steal our feather. And they give us this fake ore, which basically does nothing. And that hole goes to the temple, okay. There's another Subrosian. They took your precious item. They're always up to no good. Those foolish pack rats are famous around here. I just saw them with a dirty feather. Who would want that? Well, Maverick wants it. Because that he needs to use that to get to the temple. Two Subrosians, you mean those weirdos who collect rupees and other trash? They live in the weird house to the west. This screen, I smell ore chunks nearby, has a 50 gold, a 50 ore chunk. And that is in that little 3 tile platform up there. Those two are hurrying home. I wonder if they found some other weird thing. They did, our feather. To the south is where the pirates are. Let's go bury some treasure. Make sure no one sees us. If anyone does, run. So I guess these guys are being like pirates because they're gonna go bury some treasure. You can't reach the pirates without the feather. And to the northwest, where I turned around after talking to that one Subrosian, if you would have went north, it's another dead end until you have the feather. But even if I have the feather, I'm not going to go back there for a while because that one guy said there's some treasure nearby. But in order to get that treasure, you need to have the magnetic glove, the item in dungeon number 5. So it'll be a while until we come back there. So for this screen, we can always just hide up here in this corner. They'll never see you. So you have to play this game to get back your box feather. Afterwards, though, you can continue to play this game over and over and over again. And you can be rewarded with 50 ore chunk, one of those gold ore chunks, or you can be rewarded with a Gasha seed. So not all that important to do in this Link playthrough, because like I said, I don't really need Gasha seeds. I just need to get that one ring from a Gasha tree and the hub container. So it's not like I need to farm Gasha seeds for rings or anything. So I will not be coming back to play this mini game. I did know Data's playthrough when he was doing the playthrough. I'll show that. You can check out that video where he got the Gasha seed for completing this. So these guys have really bad eyesight. Obviously they can't see over things, and they don't think anyone's following them despite the fact that there's holes magically appearing around them. That's good, come on. let's go find more treasure. Yeah, there was no holes, and then all of a sudden there's holes, and they think, no one's following us, because we didn't see anyone. Now, if you are seen by them, you basically have to restart their house. They basically say like, oh no, someone's following us, like, let's try again. And you just have to, keep playing the minigame until you complete it. It seems a little harder on the future ones where you're trying to get the 50 ore chunks or the gacha seed. You have a little harder patterns. Speaking of patterns, we're going to load an important pattern later on to open a door from these pirates on the second floor. Captain got something special you can't forget. What's more, she's said to be the queen of some great land. And if you haven't figured it out already, our ship got caught in a storm and sank. When we woke, here we were. What are we? It all looks so weird. It was so stormy that Captain lost the bell he got from a special someone. That's a bit of trouble. With the captain in such a state, we'll never get the ship out. That bloke we sent looking for the bell ain't come back. I told him, you gotta search the ship. Useless fools, can't someone find me bell? You? Don't be silly. You ain't an experienced adventurer yet. If you haven't at least proven your adventuring skills by seeing the inside of some rooms, I'm no use for you. And that's level 6. So after we defeat level 6, get that essence, then we can come back here and get this little mini quest to find his bell. And I mentioned loading pattern here. This is the pattern that's going to open the doorway to the desert where the bell is. Just write that down. Like I said, it'll be a while until we use that though. So let's head on up, talk to the pirates. I guess I'm used to life here now. As I was saying, if you haven't guessed already, he says that the pirate was, the captain was, got the bell from someone special, and that someone special is a queen of a faraway land. I remember Queen Ambi, the reason she was building the tower in Oracle of Ages was to be able to see her pirate friend. Hi Marty, I'm writing a song to praise Maverick, the great hero. Maverick, do you remember naming our son Marty? He's a famed musician now. So yeah, that pirate's special person is Queen Ambi. And Marty there, as you saw, he became a musician. Now later on, Marty will ask a question, which is more important, love or courage? And depending on what you answer will determine the song that he plays for you. From then on, if you talk with him, he basically functions as a fairy, and he will heal you up. Like I said, just like a fairy. And the tune is different based on, like I said, if it's a love song or a courage song. I guess it's fitting that Marty became a singer, because if you're familiar with Marty Mouse House, named after Marty Mouse, he had a lot of adventures, and he actually had a band, Marty and the Corns, and he sang some songs, so yeah, worked out that Marty became a singer. You wanna go on a date? Sure. So we're going to the temple, and I said that in previous episodes that anytime I'm gonna go to the temple, I'm gonna take Rosa with me, because she likes the temple. But it's coded that you can't take Rosa to the temple now, because if you go, as soon as you go into this thing, she's like, oh, I had so much fun, I hope you'll ask me out again. Yeah, she will not follow you into the temple this time. So I don't know if she'll follow you in the temple the next time either, but we'll see. But yeah, I can't take her back into the temple now. Head down here to the south, grab a gacha seed, and then we head up, and we end up in the southwest corner of the temple. And I thought this was the fall, but this is actually the spring. So I messed up in the last episode where I said the spring is in the northeast and the fall is in the southwest. I had it mixed up. But you can get them both at the same time now. So if we wanted to, we can also get the spirit of autumn as well. So I will hold off on it though. We'll need it though before we go to level 5, because you need to turn those mushrooms. I remember in the town, I went to the town that one time, specifically in the fall, so I can pick up those mushrooms and get that treasure, the rupees in the corner. And we saw those mushrooms are blocking the entrance to level 5, so we'll be powering up the rod to its full pretty soon, halfway through the game, after Dungeon 4. But there'll still be plenty of puzzles to solve. So let's head on back to the overworld. And now that we have the power of spring, we can maybe help Moosh out. So hop on down. There's more of those mushrooms. We'll have to come back and when we have the power of the fall. Alright, it is now springtime, and the rock flowers are now in bloom, so we can chop them down. Sniff, sniff. There's a spring banana tree up there, but until the rock flowers bloom in spring, I can't climb up to it. Can nothing be done? Dude, like, I changed them all. You can be done now because, hey, the flowers are in bloom. But he doesn't help himself, we have to help him. And in order to help him, we need the help of this wild cuckoo. So you pick it up with the power bracelet, you have to tap the button you have the power bracelet on, equipped on, a bunch of times, enough to get him to lift you up there. If you don't do it fast enough, then he'll just drop you, and you have to retry it again, but there's no other loss for that. So this is where I'll save my game, and we'll go looking for that spring banana in the next episode. Right now, let's look at the different choices we have. You see, if we choose chicken, the chicken came first, and then we were an energetic kid, then Marty will become a warrior. As a warrior, he'll ask you, his question later on will be, how do I become mightier? And you can say daily training, natural talent, a caring heart, or none of the above. If you say daily talent, if you say daily training, then he'll give you 100 rupees. If you say natural talent, he'll just give you 1 heart. If you say a caring heart, he will refill your heart like a fairy. And if you say none of the above, then he'll just give you 1 rupee. Chicken plus quiet equals slacker. And the slacker, his question later on is, he's basically going to ask you to give him some money to fund an adventure out into the world. You can give him 100, 50, 10, or 1. If you give him 100, he'll give you, he'll refill your satchel seeds. If you give him 50, he'll give you 200 rupees. So he quadrupled your investment. If you give him 10, he'll give you a gacha seed. And then, if you only give him 1, he'll just stay home and won't go out and explore the world. He'll lament, he'll wonder what could have been. So, we're Chicken Weird now. That also becomes a singer. And that is the choice of all the chickens. Now we'll get to see the different eggs. We already know what the one is. Egg and Weird is a singer as well. There we go. There he is, a singer. Ah, Marty, I'm writing a song to praise Maverick, that great hero. And the mother, basically the same thing. So we'll choose the egg now. They were energetic. Surprisingly, that makes us a slacker. I figure saying energy both times would make him an energetic kid and actually have a job rather than become a slacker. But nope. He is a slacker. Now, in terms of what came first, the chicken or the egg, I heard that it would have to be the egg. Because a chicken has all these boxes it has to check off, right? Like, you know, you have the your class, the phylum, class, order, genus, species. They have to tick all those boxes to be a chicken. So the first chicken was the one that checked all those boxes that came out of an egg. Before that, though, the egg had to be laid by the proto-chicken, which was an animal that had one that checked all the boxes to be a chicken, but didn't have that one last, mutation that would make it a chicken. So Science says the proto-chicken, which is one step away from being a chicken, laid the egg, and that egg, through some weird mutation, had the last change that made, instead of being a proto-chicken coming out of the egg, a chicken. So that's the one I'm going to go with. So that's why I chose egg. So I hope you choose to continue to follow Maverick's adventures here, and I'll see you in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye.